Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I want to talk about the top 3 reasons why exes come back. If you have been broken up with, which I'm assuming is why you're listening to this, you are wondering, what are my chances that my ex will come back? What would make them come back? So I am going to tell you. But before I do, I want to remind you to be sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And while you're at it, tap the bell icon to make sure that you will be notified when a new video is up. All right, let's get started. I'm going to give you the top reason first. Why not? So the first one would be because their interest level went back up. And how does one get one's interest level back up? With no contact. Because it's not normal for someone to easily let go when they've been rejected. And when you do no contact, you're going to make your ex think twice about their decision. And if they're wondering if they made the right decision, their interest level is going to go up. Because when you're wondering, that question mark turned upside down becomes a hook. They'll look at you in a new light and they will see you as strong and confident. And they wonder if they ever really actually knew you at all, especially if you were needy during the relationship and you were stressing them out with your incessant calls and texts and needy behavior, and now all of a sudden you stopped it. We're all attracted to confidence, and doing no contact makes you look very confident, since most people can't or won't do no contact. Interest level trumps everything, no matter what. So as their interest level goes up by you leaving them alone and doing no contact, then you have an excellent chance of them coming back. Because when they broke up with you, their interest level was below 50%. You just need to go above 50 and they will reconsider. And as it goes higher, they will want to come back. Number 2 is unfinished business. Meaning that the relationship, or even if it wasn't a relationship, if you were just dating casually, it ended too soon. And unfinished business is the leading cause of obsession. So even if they broke up with you, if they feel that there's still unfinished business there, then they're going to be obsessing about you, even though they broke up with you, and that is going to be an incentive for them to come back. So if it was a short relationship, 1 month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, or if it ended for some stupid reason, which a lot of times they do, or miscommunication, or because things were temporarily not as good as they used to be. There's ups and downs in relationships, and sometimes people can't handle the downs. They're there for the ups, and then the downs come, and they're like, I gotta go. And they bail. They bail too early. And then they start to think about it and they realize that, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I left too soon. I still feel that it's unfinished, especially if it's just in a few months. That's just the honeymoon period. But if they weren't over their ex, or maybe an ex came back, then once they deal with that, there's a very good chance they'll come back. So if you feel like there's unfinished business, there's a very good possibility that they are feeling the same way. And that is another reason why an ex would come back. And then number 3 would be that you had compatibility and chemistry, but you didn't have communication. The secrets, if you will, to a great relationship are communication, negotiation, and persuasion. Hopefully subtle persuasion. You don't want to twist someone's arm. And you thought it was all about love. Haha, no. You need love, yes, but you also need communication. You need to know how to negotiate, and you need to know how to persuade effectively. And, when you're in a relationship, a lot of the time is spent talking, communicating. There's lots of so-called couch time or sofa time where you're just sitting around talking or watching TV together or something. There's talking going on. And if you're not doing it effectively, then that is going to reflect on the relationship. So the compatibility and the chemistry that you had, it will bring them back. But you need to work on your communication. I tell my clients, my coaching clients, when I see that there's a communication issue in their relationship, start watching videos on communication on YouTube or whatever, and learn how to negotiate more effectively. I know it's not a very sexy thing, and everyone says the most important thing in a relationship is communication. That sounds boring. It's like, communication? Yeah, communication. Because that's what you're doing 90% of the time. So learn how to do it effectively. And when they come back, due to the fact that there was compatibility and chemistry, you'll have worked on yourself and you'll be able to communicate effectively. Because once you start communicating better, you'll help the other person to communicate better also. Now, there is a fourth reason, and I've talked about this before in another video about fake breakups, but this doesn't happen that often, but I will still mention it here. Sometimes it's a fake breakup where they don't really want to break up with you, but they don't know what to do to get you to change your behavior, to get you to stop doing something or start doing something, and they're just frustrated with you, and so they break up with you to shake you up, to wake you up, so that you'll go, oh my God, don't come back, so that you'll change. And so it's a fake breakup. And the way that you usually know it's a fake breakup is if you do no contact, you will hear from them in about 2 weeks. For some strange reason, I haven't figured it out yet, everyone waits like 2 weeks after a fake breakup, and then they make the call or the text. So if you've been broken up with, wait for 2 weeks and see what happens. Do they reach out to you? And not just reach out to you, because they need something, but it sounds like, they might want to get back together. So it may have been a fake breakup, but that doesn't happen that often. Usually when people break up with you, they've been thinking about it for a while and their mind is made up. But once in a while, it's a fake breakup. So I want you to tell me in the comments below why your relationship ended, and I will try to comment on as many of them as possible and give my opinion as to whether I think there's a good chance that they'll come back. But just make sure that your comment is succinct. Look it up. No, make sure it's short. Do not write me a long paragraph. I will not respond. I just don't have that kind of time. So in as few words as possible, what was the reason for the breakup? And I'll tell you what I think your chances are that they will come back. And in the meantime, if you want to speak with me personally to see what your chances are about getting your ex back or any other help regarding breakups or relationships, I am available for private coaching. You can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below, where you can also sign up for my free newsletter. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe and share. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.